The ocean is the world's largest graveyard. Today we're diving into the shipwrecks that changed history.
One ship, one explosion, one turning point in history. One explosion, and 266 dead, and a war that changed America forever.
This is the story of the USS Maine and how a single night in Havana Harbor pushed the United States into global power.
It's February 15th, 1898. Cuba is in revolt against Spain. Tensions between the United States and Spain are rising. To protect American interests, the USS Maine is sent to Havana Harbor. The USS Maine is sent to Havana Harbor. Officially, a friendly visit. Unofficially, a show of force. At 9:40 p.m., a massive explosion rips through the battleship. The front of the ship is obliterated. Sailors are thrown into the water. Smoke fills the harbor. Within minutes, 266 Americans are dead.
But here's where it gets explosive, not just in Havana, but in America. Newspapers immediately blame Spain. Headlines scream sabotage. Anger spreads across the country. This is the age of yellow journalism, sensational headlines designed to inflame emotions. And it worked. The phrase spreads like wildfire. Public opinion turns toward war. The war lasts just months, but the consequences? Massive. Spain loses control of Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. The United States emerges not just victorious, but transformed. For the first time, America holds overseas territory. But here's the twist. Decades later, investigations suggest the explosion may not have been Spanish sabotage at all. Some evidence points to an internal coal bunker fire, meaning the war may have been sparked by an accident. In April of 1912, humanity believed it had conquered the sea. Steel, steam, precision engineering, a floating monument to progress. They called her unsinkable, but they were wrong. When Titanic left Southampton, she carried more than passengers.
She carried ambition, class divisions, dreams of new beginnings. Millionaires dined beneath chandeliers. Immigrants slept below decks, clutching tickets to a different life. Above them all, confidence, unshakable, absolute. Ice warnings arrived throughout the day. Messages crackled over wireless signals, reports of drifting giants in the dark. But the sea was calm, too calm. No waves broke against the ice. No white foam to betray danger, only a flat, endless mirror of black water.
11:40 p.m. No violent crash, no thunderous explosion, just a shudder.
Below deck, seawater begins its silent invasion, compartment by compartment. A mathematical certainty unfolds. The ship can survive 4 flooded sections, 6 are breached, and numbers do not negotiate. At first, there is disbelief. Passengers laugh nervously. Stewards offer reassurance. But in the boiler rooms, men feel it. Cold water around their boots, the tilt beneath their feet. The future has already shifted. Confidence was excessive. Preparation incomplete. Boats are lowered half empty. For a moment, the ship becomes vertical. The stern rises silhouetted against a moonless sky. 2:20 a.m. The bow disappears, and 12,000 feet below, the ocean prepares a grave. More than 1,500 lives fade into freezing darkness. The Atlantic closes over them without memory.
The world awakens to shock. The unsinkable has sunk. Investigations reveal uncomfortable truths, ignored warnings, insufficient lifeboats, human arrogance cloaked as innovation. From tragedy, reform emerges. International maritime laws are rewritten. 24-hour radio watch is mandated. Ice patrols established. Today, Titanic rests in silence. Corroded. Fractured, consumed slowly by time. A monument not to failure,
but to a lesson paid for in lives. The ocean was never conquered. It was only waiting.
In May 1915, the ocean had become a battlefield. The world was already at war.
Empires were colliding. And beneath the Atlantic, something waited.
Before she even sailed,
Warnings were printed in American newspapers. Germany had declared the waters around Britain a war zone.
Any ship flying the British flag could be targeted. Still, Lusitania departed New York.
Elegant, fast, confident. Nearly 2,000 souls on board.
Many believed civilian ships were safe. They were wrong. Still, Lusitania departed York.
Off the coast of Ireland, a German U-boat drifted beneath the surface. Commander Walter Schwieger watched through a periscope.
A second mysterious explosion follows. The ship begins to list culling violently.
A7. Torpedo strikes the starboard side.
Passengers scramble. Lifeboats jam. The deck tilts beyond control. Lusitania sinks in just 18 minutes.
1,198 lives are lost. Among them, 128 Americans.
Children. Families. Travelers who believed distance meant safety.
The Atlantic, once a highway of commerce and migration, becomes a grave.
News spreads quickly across the United States. Civilians killed by a German submarine. Public opinion shifts.
Germany claimed Lusitania carried munitions. Britain denied it. Decades later, evidence would reveal the ship was indeed transporting ammunition.
Was she a civilian liner or a hidden military asset? The line between innocence and strategy blurred beneath the waves.
Today, Lusitania rests off the coast of Ireland. Corroded, silent.
A reminder that in war, even oceans offer no refuge. One torpedo, 18 minutes, and a turning point that reshaped the 20th century.
What if I told you the most powerful fleet on Earth was destroyed by the weather? In 15 nights of invasion,
The Spanish Armada, 1588. But the English Navy met them in a fierce battle for the seas.
Instead, it became one of the greatest naval disasters in history, and it changed the balance of global power forever.
At the time, Spain was the ultimate superpower. Gold from the Americas, a dominant army, a global empire. King Philip II wanted one thing:
to crush Protestant England and remove Queen Elizabeth I from the throne.
So he assembled a fleet so massive, so intimidating, it earned a legendary name, the Spanish Armada. 130 ships, 30,000 men, thousands of cannons, the Spanish Armada. They called it invincible. But here's what they didn't expect. England was outnumbered, but English ships were faster, more maneuverable, built for long-range cannon fire. For days, they harassed the massive crescent-shaped formation of the Armada. Then came the night that changed everything. The English sent burning ships drifting directly into the tightly packed Spanish fleet. Flames lit up the sea. Spanish captains panicked. They cut anchor lines to escape. The perfect formation shattered in hours. As the battered Armada tried to retreat north around Scotland and Ireland, the weather turned. Violent Atlantic storms slammed into the damaged fleet. Ships were driven onto rocks, masts snapped, hull after hull splintered, thousands drowned in freezing waters. The English later called it the Protestant wind, because what their navy started, nature finished. Spain didn't collapse overnight, but something more important did: the myth of Spanish invincibility. England's confidence exploded, its navy expanded, and over the next centuries, Britain would build the largest empire the world had ever seen. All because one invasion failed. All because one fleet broke.
The ocean doesn't care about power. It doesn't care about kings.
Future of Europe. And the world has never been the same since.
In 1989, the Exxon Valdez struck a reef. The disaster devastated the environment. Not all history-changing wrecks are about loss of life. Some are about the loss of our planet. In 1989, the Exxon Valdez oil tanker struck Bligh Reef in Alaska's Prince William Sound. The disaster. 11 million gallons of crude oil spilled into a pristine ecosystem. The public outrage was unprecedented. People saw the images of dead otters and oil-soaked coastlines and demanded change. The Exxon Valdez spill led to the Oil Pollution Act of 1990, mandating double hulls for tankers.